I'm Anil Kumar, sharing with you few multiple choice questions based on quadratic functions. In this video, we'll take three multiple choice questions of trinomials with degree 4. The question here is, which of the following is not a factor of x to the power of 4 minus 13x squared plus 36? So we are given four factors, out of which one of them is not a factor of x to the power of 4 minus 13x squared plus 36. You can always pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. Now, best thing here is to factor and then check. So we have x to the power of 4 minus 13x squared plus 36. We can factor using product and sum. So we are looking for product of two numbers to be 36 and sum of two numbers to be minus 13. The two numbers could be what? 9 and 4, right? And both negative. So we can now factor this as minus 9 and minus 4. Since it is x to the power of 4, we can use x squared, right? So we are using quadratic strategies, and we can factor this as x squared minus 9 times x squared minus 4, correct? Now this is difference of squares. We could write this as x plus 3 times x minus 3. And for x squared minus 4, we can write x plus 2 times x minus 2. So x plus 3, x minus 3 is a factor. However, x minus 4 is not a factor, right? So I hope that helps you to understand how to solve such questions, right? So let's move on to the next one, which is the number of factors for the expression x to the power of 4 minus 81 are how many, right? You can always pause the video and figure this out. So again, my suggestion is just factor. It could be 3, it could be 4, but it's better to factor, right? So we are given x to the power of 4 minus 81, right? 81. You could actually write this as x squared whole square, right? And 81 could be written as 9 squared. So you're working with difference of squares. You could factor this as x squared plus 9 times x squared minus 9. Now x squared plus 9 cannot be factored, but x squared minus 9 can be factored. So we can further factor it. We get x squared plus 9 times x plus 3 times x minus 3. So we have three different factors here. So the answer is C, right? So it's very important to understand how to answer such questions. You might sometimes, without factoring, say 4, which will be wrong, correct? Now let's move on to the next one, which is last in this set of video. The number of real roots for the expression x to the power of 4 minus 81 are how many? Now you could factor this, or at times you could also sketch it. So I'm showing you different techniques of working with such questions. X to the power of 4 minus 81. X to the power of 4 is a function which goes through 0. Minus 81 means it will be kind of like this, right? So you can clearly see that there are just two roots, two real roots. So that's one way of doing it. The other way is we can find factors for this. So we have x to the power of 4 minus 81. So let's factor it. It becomes x squared minus 9 squared. You could write this as x, it becomes x squared, let me rewrite this, okay? X squared whole square, which is x to the power of 4, and 9 squared is 81. So we can factor this as x squared minus 9 times x squared plus 9. Now x squared minus 9 can be factored, so we get x plus 3 times x minus 3. And we are left with x squared plus 9. As you can see, x squared plus 9 is never 0. This is not leading to 0, right? However, these two This at x equals to minus 3, we have a 0, x equals to plus 3, we have a 0, right? So these are the two real zeros. So we have two real zeros which are at minus 3 and plus 3. So that is how we should see such equations with power 4. Rules are very similar to what you have seen in quadratic functions, but there are some variations which I hope you can appreciate now. Feel free to post your suggestions, subscribe to my videos, and if you like, that would be great. Thank you and all the best.